In this video, you're going to see an incredible railway station, a German-built high-speed train, and you're going to learn what makes Spain a European railway champion. Welcome to this new production. This time I'm in Madrid, the capital of Spain. With over 3 million inhabitants, it is the country's most populous city. Madrid is also an important transportation hub, which makes traveling rather convenient. So today I'm going to show you a trip from here to Barcelona using the Spanish high-speed rail services. The video begins at Madrid Barajas Airport, where I boarded a bus that connects the airport to Atocha Railway Station. As it was difficult to film in there, let's transform ourselves straight to the destination of that bus ride. As always, a couple of words about the station. It opened its gates in 1892 after its predecessor was destroyed by a fire. Back then, the design came from Alberto Palacio. During its over 100-year-long history, many significant changes were made to adapt it to today's needs. For this reason, a major redesign was completed in 1992, when large parts of the original station, which you see here, were repurposed and others were added. So today's station consists both of historic structures and those that are relatively new. Atocha Station comes with countless shops and food options that make life for a traveler much easier. But the most remarkable thing about the station is located where the train tracks used to be. In the center of this giant concourse there's a tropical forest. I haven't seen anything like that in a railway station anywhere else in the world. It's simply an amazing sight. Unfortunately, the pandemic made it impossible to make a walk in there. All in all, I consider this one of the railway stations that most train enthusiasts will find interesting to see. Time for me to go to the train, but before doing so, let me elaborate on the ticket that I booked. As tickets in the highest booking class were not available when I planned the trip, I purchased a ticket in the second highest booking class called Elige and paid for an upgrade into the best onboard product. Overall, this trip cost me €135.35, including a fee in order to reserve a specific seat. Here I'm on my way to the train, therefore I have to go upstairs first, where the ticket control is located. This is the area where they check your ticket. Just like in Italy, there is law and order at the platforms, so only passengers have access to the trains. By the way, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel and to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any new videos. In fact, many more are in production, and I'd be happy to welcome you here again. After this ticket control, you can go straight to the platform. And from here, you can already spot the train that will bring me to Barcelona. Looking at the footage, the railway geeks among you are likely going to say, "Wait a second, isn't that a German ICE?" Well, it is in a way. The Siemens Velaro family is based on the ICE 3M that you have already seen on this channel a couple of times. Several railway operators have purchased these Velaro high-speed train sets. That's why you can find these trains not only in Spain and Germany, but also in China and Russia. So it may or may not surprise you that the entire cabin design is really similar to the one in DB's first-class product. Not only is there a 2x1 seat configuration, but the seats themselves and the choice of colors remind me of some railway trips in Germany. This is what they gave me earlier at the ticket control, a little bottle filled with hand sanitizer and some disinfecting tissues. Above the seat you can find a reading light and the overhead compartment where you can put some of your luggage. Larger items can be stored on the baggage racks, which you may have noticed when I boarded the train. As we are leaving Madrid, let me give you some facts about this itinerary. This particular train made the journey in 3 hours and 12 minutes, covering a distance of somewhere around 600 kilometers. Actually, this is not the fastest connection. There are trains with a travel time of 2.5 hours. Earlier in the video, I told you about the similarities between the ICE and this train. But there is one thing that you don't find on the German product. They show movies on the screens, and you can use the headphones that the train attendants hand out at the beginning of the trip to listen to the sound of those movies. And if you want to recharge your electronic devices, you have a standard European power socket to do so. After leaving Madrid, the crew started with the onboard catering. At least in my case, it was not part of the ticket, so I had to pay extra for all the items that you are going to see throughout this video.
Hola.
Un café, por favor.
¿Cómo lo toma usted? ¿Uno con leche?
Con leche, por favor.
Con leche.
¿Es posible de comprar algo para comer?
Hay cafetería y aquí tengo yo también, si quieres. Aquí lo tengo, es donuts.
First of all, I bought a cup of coffee and some chocolate, which came with a price tag of €4.10. As far as the scenery on this trip is concerned, you get to see a variety of places, ranging from flat areas to mountainous regions. Generally speaking, I believe that Spain is a good place to make train trips, and I'm sure there are even more spectacular routes than this one. Okay, you may have understood from my conversation with the train attendant that the onboard cafeteria provides a larger choice of food options. For demonstration purposes, let's go there and see what it has to offer. While I'm walking through the train, you can see the menu in the right third of the screen. And I can already tell you that apparently not much has changed since my trip on the Tren Hotel. It's still fast food on rails, which is slightly disappointing. I'd like to hear your opinion on that, and maybe you can also tell me which high-speed train, according to you, comes with the best onboard food. Please tell me in the comment section below. This is what I ordered: a Coke, some potato chips, and a sandwich. Admittedly, that's not the epitome of healthy nutrition, but well, you saw the menu earlier, and the alternatives were not fundamentally different. Anyway, we have reached Kalatayut in the autonomous community of Aragon. With a population of around 20,000 people, it is a small town. Nevertheless, some AVE trains stop here, including the train that I chose to travel on in this video. From here we have to travel somewhere around 70 kilometers through a system of mountain ranges, before arriving at our next stop, which is the city of Zaragoza, the capital of Aragon. And here's Zaragoza Delicias railway station. It was opened in 2003 and handled over 4 million passengers in 2018, providing 10 tracks that are located below ground level. The station is also connected to local public transport services. This modern railway station is representative of the efforts that Spain has made over the past couple of decades when it comes to high-speed railway travel. But how did all of that happen? The idea of bullet trains connecting Spanish cities was first put into practice in the late 80s of the 20th century. In December of 1988, the Spanish government decided to build the first high-speed rail line between Madrid and Seville. It was completed just in time for the Seville Expo in April 1992. After the turn of the millennium, the high-speed rail network was expanded massively, using billions of euros from EU infrastructure funds. Year after year, new high-speed railway lines were inaugurated. Today, Spain operates the second longest high-speed rail network on this planet. Of the total system length of roughly 16,000 kilometers, over 4,000 are dedicated to high-speed trains. Spain's development to a railway champion didn't come without difficulties and criticism along the way, though. First of all, Spain's high-speed railway services have still less passengers than comparable offers around the world. Ticket prices have also been criticized as too high, making it difficult to compete with low-cost airlines. To some degree, this has changed over the past couple of years, and with the global commitment to reduce CO2 emissions, Spain's investment in high-speed trains may finally prove to be a wise decision. Okay, next topic, which is the onboard Wi-Fi connection. In spite of doing a lengthy registration, my phone was unable to establish an internet connection. With that being said, I didn't try it with any other device, so I don't know if there was a technical issue with my phone. For this reason, let's give the railway operator the benefit of the doubt here. Alright, enough talk for now. Why don't you lean back, relax and enjoy the landscape we're passing. I'll be back in 26 seconds. After rushing through some seemingly remote areas of Spain, we are reaching Camp de Tarragona Railway Station, which is located pretty much in the middle of nowhere, about 8 kilometers north of the coastal city of Tarragona. In the immediate surroundings of this station, you only find some forest and agricultural land. At this point, we are just 70 kilometers away from our destination. As always, let's do a quick lavatory check. Again, there are some ICE vibes in here, but other than that, there's nothing really notable about it. Here I'm doing a noise measurement with a typical result for a modern high-speed train. We are approaching Barcelona, the second most populous city of Spain, with around 1.6 million people living here. Barcelona and the municipalities around it form one of the most significant urban areas in the European Union. It is home to more than 4 million people. It's about time that I give you my personal evaluation of this travel product. First of all, I highly appreciate that Spain has built such a massive high-speed railway network. It gives you the ability to travel between most Spanish cities in a rather short time without having to fly. The onboard product is fine, at least for the most part. I mean, I would love to see the catering improved for reasons that I have already stated. Also, the cabin design could be more creative. It lacks a corporate identity, if that makes sense, because at this point you can hardly recognize it as a Renfe product. Being a frequent traveler on Italian high-speed trains, I suggest that a class above the product you have seen in this video would be a cool thing for some travelers. I believe it's always good to have a variety of options to choose from, but my overall verdict is quite positive. In fact, I'd like to test some more trains in Spain on different routes and with other train sets. This is the exterior of Barcelona Sants railway station. Okay everyone, that's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed this video, thanks for tuning in and have a great day wherever you're watching.